How you doing, folks? Welcome back to the channel. And just today, as you can see from the title, it's not one of my usual titles for a video, but I'm out just for a normal walk today. Now, I wasn't intending to do a video while I'm out walking, but I said I'd do one. And I'm actually on my way up to a place called Glenbarrow. And Glenbarrow, there's a waterfall at Glenbarrow. It's about 15 or 20 minute walk from here. And it has been raining all night, so there should be a lot of water coming over the waterfall, so it should be good to see. But yeah, in regards to the title, I watched the Mike Tyson fight last night. Now, it wasn't my intention to watch it. I had remembered it was going to be on, and then I absolutely forgot all about it. And last night, about 4:30 in the morning, a friend of mine texted me. I checked the text and he says, are you watching the fight? So I says, well, okay, as I'm awake now, I'll watch the fight. No, I know it's not something. I'm not a huge boxing fan, but I said, yeah, because of the hype. And then he was fighting Jake Paul, he was a famous YouTuber. And then it being Mike Tyson himself, he hasn't fought in 20 years, so it would be good to see this fight. And yeah, so that's actually where we're going, up to Glenbarrow, and it looks like quite nice. They all the leaves on the ground, and you can see the river down there. So on we go. So as I was saying, yeah, I decided to watch the fight, and I thought, yeah, this should be a really big event and worth watching. And I know, leading up to last night's fight, I've seen where Mike Tyson had slapped Jake Paul in the weigh-in, so I kind of thought, yeah, this could be the old Mike Tyson coming back now, 58 years of age. You know, he's pushing it, as they say, against a 27-year-old. But I thought, yeah, this could be the old Mike Tyson again, and it could be worth watching. So I said, yeah, stay up and watch the fight. Okay, folks, so this is not the waterfall, okay? It's just water coming down from the hill up above. So just thought I'd show you here. So back to the fight. The part where Jake Paul is coming out, where you have all the fanfare and all the drama and all the pageantry, and he comes out in his little green electric limousine or car, him and his brother, and then his entourage, and then a load of guys dressed in black suits walking behind that looked like undertakers to me. So I kind of thought, yeah, this is not too bad. So what's Mike Tyson going to do? Obviously, because Mike Tyson hasn't fought in 20 years, he's going to have to do something really spectacular. And then the camera pans around, and there's a lonely Mike Tyson standing there in his t-shirt and shorts, walking in, and some music by Eminem playing in the background. And then a couple of bodyguards, and that's it. And I thought to myself, he looks like a really lonely looking figure coming into the arena. And what I did notice one thing about Mike Tyson, he was tending to look around and he looked like he was nervous, because if you look back at Tyson's old fights back in the 90s, you'd see him, he'd walk out and he'd just be steely-eyed. He'd just stare straight in front of him. He'd be staring at his opponent in the ring as he entered the arena, all the way up until he stood in front of him. And that wasn't the Mike Tyson that came out last night. He was just not really, he didn't seem that focused, or maybe it was nerves because we hadn't fought 20 years. Could be a lot of things. Or else, I'm just here for the money. Maybe it was that. Yeah, it's it's strange, and I suppose it's, as I was saying, maybe it's nerves, maybe it's just all the crowds, or maybe he was just worried he's going to get his head bashed in. So no, we'll never know what really went on in his head. And I know he had an injury too. I seen his leg was where his knee was kind of covered up. Just to give you a quick view here from, so we're quite elevated here where we are on the way up to the waterfall. You can see the river down below there. Now it is an absolutely miserable day. It is raining. You can see actually mist there. So we're in the valley here, and you can see the mist just above us here. And my wife is just in front of us here. She's with me today. So as you can see here, folks, an awful lot of trees that do get blown down here, especially during the winter storms. And down below us as well. Luckily, Mike Tyson didn't end up like that last night. But anyway, back to the fight. So the first round, now Mike Tyson had opted for the rounds to be only 2 minutes, not the official 3 minutes. And I seen just after 2 minutes the first round, Mike Tyson sits down and is actually out of breath. You can see he's breathing heavily. You kind of think, has he trained? 2 minutes, most of us, I suppose if you're as heavy as those guys are, and so it's the heat then in that arena with those lights on you, maybe you would be out of breath, I don't know. But I think that Jake Logan looked a lot more comfortable than Mike Tyson did. And now I know, I think it was like the second or the third round, Jake Paul got a good punch in at Mike Tyson and he staggered him, and I thought then, it's gonna be lights out for Big Mike. So just to show you the view here, folks, absolutely stunning. As I said, it's a miserable day. It's raining, but, it's a little bit dangerous here too. Well, we're not too far from the waterfall now. As you see, it's raining, it's misty. But it's nice to get out and about and have a chat. It's very slippery along here, folks. Very easy to fall, slip, like Mike Tyson nearly did. There you go. And there's a closer view of the river here. So, I was saying, it is a really miserable day, but it's absolutely beautiful up here in the summertime. But the only drawback of being here in the summertime is a lot of time it hasn't rained in a while, and there doesn't be a lot of water coming over the waterfall. But it is what it is. And here we are. We come to the difficult bit of the climb, this kind of rock formation just here in front of us. So we'll take it slow and steady. I don't want to slip and twist my ankle. I'll be in a cast for Christmas. Okay, so hang on just 1 second. Yeah, quite narrow, quite slippery. There's actually a plaque here to somebody. He's a member of one of the local walking clubs. Obviously he's passed away. It's nice that they have his walking stick there. Okay. So, you can see, folks, roots and slippery rocks and mud, and it's still nonetheless definitely an interesting place. Come hiking. And please forgive the kind of raw, unedited footage. As I was saying, I wasn't intending to make a video say what I was out walking, but just thought I'd make one, share my thoughts on the fight. So when we go to the waterfall here, we'll continue the discussion. Okay, so I'm just coming up to the waterfall here. Just have to get past this quite steep bit, extremely steep, extremely wet, extremely muddy, and slippery handrails. So, okay. Just have to wait for my lovely assistant here behind me with her hand. So, yeah, so she doesn't fall. Okay. She nearly did, but okay. It's not an ideal place to be walking and carrying the camera and filming. Well, here we are. We're just coming up to the waterfall now. So as I was saying, it's been raining heavily overnight, so lots of water coming over the waterfall. It's quite loud. Definitely worth the hike though. Now normally when it's dry, folks, you climb up here. I'm not going to do that today because it's so wet and those logs are covered in mud, so we kind of stay where we are. Okay, so back to the fight. So there was 8 rounds and they were only 2 minutes, so 16 minutes in total for the fight. As I said, even around 1, Mike Tyson was struggling. Now throughout the rounds he did get 1 or 2 punches, good punches in at Jake Paul, but Jake Paul in return hit Mike Tyson with a couple of good slaps. And then obviously at the end then it was decided that Jake Paul was the winner. Now they could put it down to a lot of facts that Mike Tyson wasn't fully fit, he had a leg injury. Yeah, mainly it's age and having fought in 20 years are the real factors there. But will there be a rematch? Possibly. You know, I'm sure if both of them were offered enough money by Netflix, they probably will do a rematch. But if you watched it, you know, please do let me know. Just share your comments down below, what you thought. You know, are you a fan of boxing? Are you a fan of Mike Tyson's? And just on the channel, I have a couple of new subscribers, and I'd like to thank you for subscribing to the channel. It really helps me and it helps the channel out. And in regards to upcoming videos, as I say, we're in mid-November now, and we're approaching, you know, the silly season, which is Christmas. So I'm going to have a couple of Christmas videos up both in Dublin and then also in London. So keep an eye out for them, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and then share with any friends or family. And then also don't forget to check out some of the other videos. So I'll see you hopefully on a drier day in the next few weeks.